Maggie, get out of here.
Maggie, get the fuck out of here.
You scared her.
I didn't scare her.
Yes, you did.
She trusts me.
Oh, she gonna give you a kiss. She gave you a kiss. That was so cute.
We're really sober ones today. Everyone else has been drinking alcohol.
I have not had a drop.
Julian, you showed us your sloth beer.
I am not drunk.
We watched you make a screwdriver.
I'm not drunk. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling relaxed. I am at one level of drunkenness.
I am feeling my character.
What you're not feeling? Sober.
I am in character.
Method acting.
Previously on Gunslinger's Gateway. The party scoured the town of Seepridge for any signs of life and came up completely empty. After run-ins with bandits, unholy creatures, and the gnome tinkerer Felicity Fleabottom, Loch, Gil, Druzy, Moonshadow, Roots, and Nazar are pointed in the direction of Seepridge Prison and the Beaconeers' camp just north of it. Perhaps there they can find some answers about the dead bodies, and find out what exactly Lord Longfellow has in mind for the prisoners and citizens of Seepridge.
Do you want to go to the prison or do you want to go to the camps? Right now, the Lord is likely at the camps, and those are just north of the prison.
You'd be passing the prison before you made it to the camps.
It is also possible that we could go to the camps at night and get the drop on them, as they say.
Okay.
This is
Sounds
just
like
suggestion.
The whole population of the town who didn't actively oppose when Lord Longfellow came in is working at the mines currently.
Yes.
Perhaps if we should think about being quiet and planning things before we actually jump into doing them, which is what we've been tending to do, and rather loudly at that, perhaps we should just sneak and watch and see where the people from the mines go to sleep. Can we free them? Can we arm them? Where is the Lord? How many guards does he have? These sorts of intelligence gathering, sitting and being quiet.
Which is why I suggest we go to the prison. I know people there. Obviously, Felicity suggested that there was a prison break, which suggests and explains why there's no one in town. If my boys are still there, then perhaps I might get some more information, which could help. I agree that we shouldn't go into the town or the camp without any information, but I think the prison's going to hold some more evidence and perhaps some alliances that could help.
Do you have sons?
No.
I don't think that's what you meant by my boys, Hazar. But that's a very sweet question.
I'm gonna shrug.
We are in agreement that reconnaissance is necessary. but while the sun is still out,
He does not have sun. He
no,
just
the
tell us.
sun.
Oh, I'll shake my hand.
Yes, the homophones are tricky. We don't really understand them. Sometimes.
Homophobe?
We'll talk about it
Yeah, I'm a
later.
homophobe.
While that stealth is
Ooh,
best
good as that.
undertaken in darkness, while Gilbert knows the layout of this area better than any of us, while we figure out our plan of attack, which is something that I think Nazar, Moonshadow, and Gilbert are best suited for. Drusilla and myself, I want to, and Roots as well. I need to look through the doctor's office here in town. There, we found some, I'll say, intriguing, to put a positive spin on it, notes about something happening in the prison, and I know the doctor was on the verge of some sort of breakthrough the last time I spoke with her.
Okay.
Should we do something with the bodies? I kicked the leg of one of the dead guys.
We have flops.
You could always deposit them in the saloon where there are already dead bodies with gunshot wounds and heads bashed in, which is much how this one died.
Or we can just put them on top of the roof.
Oh my god.
That would draw buzzards, I think. I know I'm not outdoors much, but I think that would draw some attention.
We could just throw them inside the doorway of the town hall.
I like this idea.
Close is easy.
It's actually closest to the saloon.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're right.
yeah, never mind. I retract my statement.
And
Yeah, if we just
you literally toss them through the front door. You hear "Toot."
That took care of that.
And the drugstore was close to the saloon, right? It was like,
It's 2 doors down.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we can just pop over there.
Yeah, and you said that like the drugstore door was like ajar, right?
Yeah, it was bashed in.
Okay. So Loch and Druzy go into there, and like as soon as we're kind of like out of sight of the others, I go back into my I guess now briefcase and pull out the the portrait that looks like her, and kind of not like in her face, but like hold it out to her, and it's like, Drusilla, why would you be on a wanted board outside of the biggest prison in the SHS?
So out of character, I should have seen this coming, but I am still surprised that this conversation is happening in this moment. Where did you? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna like crumple it up.
I don't let you take it.
I want to take it.
Contested strength check.
Strength. Okay.
Strength or dex?
Strength.
Strength. Okay.
Oh,
You're both bad at it.
We're
Yeah.
both really bad at it. Yes. I win.
An 8 modified to a 6.
I got a 13 modified to a 12 because we both have negative strength modifiers.
You both kind of go.
Okay, I can take it, and I'm gonna crumple it up and shove it in my pocket or whatever.
Yep.
Where did you find this?
On the notice board outside where I found the other bounties.
Well, thank you for taking it down first of all, because that's
It doesn't have a name attached. It just looks very much like you.
As I was I was speaking about this with Moonshadow the other day, or this morning actually. I was part of a group that was led by my father, and he fell into some trouble with you're a magic man yourself.
Yes.
He did magic. I don't know how else to put this. I don't know what he could do because he rarely used it or showed me. It was around the time that these sorts of things started to be burned down and people started disappearing, and he disappeared. And that was the end of the group. And I'm assuming that this can only be in conjunction with that, that they have questions. Someone has questions, whoever took him, wherever he is, they're just trying to track me down as well.
Can I insight check her story?
Yep.
Okay.
Persuasion or deception, Abby.
Okay. Just roll them. Fuck.
Okay, so I got a 23 on my insight check.
So here's the issue. That was like 80% true, but
Well,
not 100% of the story.
it's
So is it still just a straight deception roll?
yeah, because it's still a lie of omission.
Okay. A deception's not bad, but I'd have to roll really well. Nope. I rolled an 8.
Loch has seen a lot of you, Druzy, and he can kind of see right through you.
Okay. So he doesn't say anything. He doesn't question the story at all. I don't give anything away. It's like, listen, it's like, oh, yes. Well, we're not going to turn you in or anything, but if you've been running, well, we're all running together now, it seems. But let's get to the good doctor's office and see if we can find anything else about this mystery patient.
Easy enough. You are in the drugstore / doctor's office / her living quarters. Make an investigation check, you two.
I'm going to give you guidance on a D4.
Oh, okay.
I got a dirty, nasty, stinky little 20.
I got a 17.
It's pretty well picked over, like much of everything in this town.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not a lot of, like, there's some just general herbs and spices that could be used for tinctures and tonics. A couple of empty flasks, like, and vials, glass vials, and stuff like that. You don't find anything in the front of the place, or in the back examining room. And you head up the stairs, and as you're going upstairs, you go to step on one of the steps, and you stop for a moment, and you're like, everything is very open, but there's just something off about the steps ahead of you.
Off like it's a trap, or off like it's like a false step?
It's a trap.
I'm right. Okay. So when I noticed that, like, tell Druzy, like, there's the doctor seems to be guarding her secrets. Can we, like, skip that step?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I, like, point to it. It's like, I think we should avoid this, like, step over it.
You step over it, and the stair creaks as you guys shift your weight up further, and nothing happens.
The roller coaster ride my butthole just went on.
Yeah, so you go up, and you go reach for the door, and it's locked.
Oh, fuck. We can't break that door either.
Can I turn to Druzy and say, Druzy, you have some sort of frost. I see you seem to be evoking cold. Can you...
That's true.
Like, can we shatter this doorknob? Like, shatter the lock?
I can break it down.
You're not there.
Oh.
Jill calls from... It's like, I'm here the
A
whole time.
voice in the distance.
Well, we can either go get Gilbert, or we can...
Neighborhood
I
strongman.
can do a ray of frost. Do I need to roll to hit the doorknob?
Yeah. Ew.
14.
It hits.
No, I roll damage. 5.
You can see that the door has visible damage, but you'd have to keep doing it if you wish to.
I can do it again.
Go for it.
It's a cantrip. I can do it again.
Fuck yeah, cantrip time.
Another 14.
That hits again.
8 damage.
The door just goes and breaks like a piece of ice.
Hell yeah.
Like the only magic that Druzy can actually do reliably right now, and she's very excited about it. That it was useful in like a practical way.
Yay! I get something.
Wait, ladies first.
Okay, what do we see inside?
As the door kind of crumbles, you step through and you see like a twin bed frame with a mattress, a desk, and a trunk, and a very not well made armoire.
You look at the desk. I'm sure that has doctory things on it that I don't understand. I will go look at the trunk and the armoire because those are probably ladies' clothes, and that I do understand.
There you go. There you go. Are we just hanging out outside?
Yeah, you guys, unless you guys want to accomplish something else, you guys are outside in the streets.
Not particularly. I'm just interested in sort of waiting around, and my next move is to make it to the prison.
I want to ask Gil to play a card game with me.
I do know how to play Three Dragon Ante, or the equivalent of that in this world. I just don't have cards.
I'm just proficient in card games. I think I have a set of cards.
Oh,
We're playing Go Fish.
okay, sure.
Playing Go Fish.
Go Aboleth.
Go Aboleth.
So I'm looking at the desk and I only got an 11.
You can tell that this is more of a personal desk and not a work desk. Nothing like the files you found in the town hall. You do find a couple of letters, and just a notepad, and a half-burned away candle on a taper.
Is there a pencil or charcoal on the desk?
There is a pen and an inkwell.
Can I, like, that thing that they do on TV, I don't know if it's real, where you, like, lightly, like, rub across, like, the notepad to, like, see, like, what was written on it, like, the page on top of it?
Do you have chalk or charcoal?
Can I open a bullet and use the gunpowder as like a powder substance?
Yeah.
It's fucking creative as hell.
Yeah, hell yeah.
MacGyver.
I'll take that. I like that.
That's fucking... Fuck, jeez. Nice. I would not have thought of that.
That's something I would do. I'm proud of you.
Yay!
Okay.
Wow.
So what you see is a deep indent of a drawing of a hand holding something.
Can I do like a religion or history check? Is it like a or like
Are you proficient in
history check of like a, to know if this is like similar to like the sigil of something?
Are you proficient in history?
I
am.
think so.
You're not. I am.
I'm not.
I'm proficient in history.
Fucking
Okay.
Able to show it to
pop off.
Druzy.
Fucking pop off, Druzy.
Yeah. Get it. Okay. Make a roll.
Druzy, I found. Does this look like anything to you?
We'll see how it goes, man.
And Druzy,
Yeah.
roll with advantage.
Fuck yeah!
18.
18. You know this to be a newer signia that was adopted in the really bad time, the bad turnover at the Grimlock Reserves, the Grimlock Academy in Serenity Falls. You know this to be of that school.
From what time period, though? Like, there is a significance, like it's a sigil from, just from that academy, that was it?
It was a wildly popular school during the 6th Age, which was the Long Rest, and that was from probably about 5 500 PD.
Okay.
So it's been a couple hundred years, but it was a standing school for a long time, but is closed down for a while after some unfortunate things happened there, and had reopened under new tutelage, but much to the chagrin of many of the people that go there, still has part of the name associated with it.
And this was a magic, like a school for magic.
It was a wizarding school.
And would Chino or Loch know if it was still open?
I'm assuming it probably closed when
Yeah.
the arcane shit started being destroyed.
Yeah, it's no longer a school anymore.
That seems curious that the doctor out here that the last thing this doctor might have been drawing was a sigil of a magic school.
Aren't these beaconiers or whatever connected to some sort of magic from before in Serenity Falls? You were there.
Well, my dear, that was a long time ago. All I remember of the Beaconiers is that like I said, this Trishtish came to Tanbutte and slaughtered people in a field by raining fire down on them. They are not afraid of using magic. They're some kind of cult. But I don't... Age brings wisdom, but not omniscience, unfortunately.
We'll have to work on that, Doctor. Okay, since I'm over at the desk now, can I check for any, secret drawers or false bottoms in drawers or...
Investigation check!
A what? Investigation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Investigation isn't really, but it's not awful.
Jeff Gold.
It's not great, though.
You doing okay, buddy?
Yeah, fine.
That's only a 13.
There's no false bottoms, no false backs. You do not find anything of particular fancy in here. It seems to be work pants and coats, overcoats.
Okay.
You do notice, though, as you're kind of pulling through that one of the, there's several doctor gowns, that one of them is kind of like a khaki green, over one for surgery, and it's brown in several spots, deeply browned with blood.
Oh.
Okay. Huh. I'll show the actual doctor.
That's a bloody pair of scrubs.
Well, you'd said that this doctor was potentially doing some sort of experimentation in the prison, right? It's possible. I'm just saying that perhaps we should look into this.
Don't want to cast aspersions on Dr. Hayfield. Well, I don't know her that well, and particularly because she's is obviously deceased, but there's something larger happening, I feel. But without more information, like Gil has said, all signs seem to be pointing us towards Seepridge Prison.
Can I check the pockets?
Go ahead.
Specifically, the pockets.
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to roll for that, or?
No, you kind of search through, and in one of the overcoats, you reach in kind of blindly and you get poked.
Oh.
And you go, and you pull it back out slowly, more cautiously, and you find a syringe.
Oh shit.
Is it full of shit? Or is it empty, the syringe?
It's empty.
He could have AIDS.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna turn to Lachlan and I'm gonna hold up the syringe and hold up my bleeding finger.
God.
This is very bad.
Yeah, this is not good. Having an unprotected, possibly used needle.
Where's OSHA?
Yeah,
Where's
I mean, so we'll,
Ocean. The ocean is over there.
So that we'll keep an eye on that.
I prefer DMing this way. Comfy.
Take this syringe.
And I take the syringe, and I think this might be. Well, while we wait for nightfall, I'll see what I can learn from this. And there's nothing in it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, is that the armoire and the trunk, or just the armoire?
Armoire.
Okay, I'd like to look at the trunk just before we go back.
It's locked.
Can I freeze it?
Can I shoot the lock off?
No. How often
As a
is
gun,
it?
Yeah, we used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
Are you even proficient with firearms?
I think so. I'm proficient with crossbows.
Yeah, you're proficient with firearms.
Oh, God.
I'm not.
Do you want to waste a bullet, or do you want to let me use a cantrip of ice? That's a natural 20.
Oh. Ew.
Roll 2d8. This trunk fucking explodes.
It goes boom, and there's a loud noise. You kind of go and the lock pops.
Lock pops
I explode?
up. Ah, fuck you.
Okay, I'll take the lock off and open up the trunk.
Okay, you open up the trunk, and you find several stoppered beakers filled with
Shit. Okay.
filled with a bluish gray liquid.
Are they labeled?
Nope.
Well, we're fucking weak as hell, so we can't carry this trunk out of here.
Well, it's like there's like 6 beakers, but they're all like wrapped with rags around each one.
Okay. We could probably just take one. Then you can test it.
Yeah.
Okay. Just the beakers and the liquid?
Yep.
Yeah. We might as well grab 2.
Okay, we'll grab a couple.
How many you taking?
I'm gonna do.
You can take 2 and I can take 2. We can get 4 of like the 6 of these. We don't know
Are
what
they
it is.
small enough that we can just take them all?
Yeah, they're about this big.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we can take them all.
Meh. We brought drinks.
God, no.
No. Absolutely
no.
not.
We don't know what that is.
6. Weird.
Are they like cork stoppers or glass stoppers?
Cork.
Do the cork stoppers have syringe holes in them?
No.
That was me asking as me, not as Druzy.
I don't know why I looked at the top of my wine bottle, but I did.
Like it would answer you.
I was like,
So we take. I think we're.
I mean, unless there's anything under the bed.
nope.
Okay, then yeah, we're good.
So we.
Careful to skip the trapped step again
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
on the way down.
Locke fully almost steps on it. He's just like,
Just an old man. He's excited about his medicine science.
son of fuck, my chemistry set.
For the first time since Professor Snake Oil.
Not petty reasons.
Professor Smith. So you make it back down and out to your gang as they stand there with their hands in their pockets, just waiting for you.
Where are we go fish?
So where are we going? To the prison?
Yes.
Is it dark?
Vamos al cárcel, says Gilbert in Spanish.
It is
I.
like 1 p.m.
Oh.
Yeah. Do we want to go to the jail in full daylight? Or...
Did you ask if you wanted to go to the prison in daylight?
Yeah.
Better than in the dark.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
We wanted to go to the camps in the dark, not the prison.
Right, so we're going to the prison now. We can go to the camps when the sun sets.
Yeah, nighttime you don't know if the chain gangs are let off the chain.
That's very fair.
Gilbert, I'm pretty sure that there was a prison break. I'm not sure there are any chain gangs anymore. I don't hear any chains.
Well, it's not the fact that they're off the chain. It's the fact that usually a chain gang stays together. And if
I see. I understand. I've never been in a prison, so
I wouldn't recommend it. Oh, it sucks. Plainly, it's quite awful.
I've never been in a prison.
I've never been in a prison. Am I on the run? Yes, but I've never been to prison.
No, I wouldn't. I'd just be careful. Some of the prisoners are known to be dangerous.
I like this. Let's go.
All right.
Loch, I'm assuming we're leaving our camp in the
Bank vault?
in the vault. Can I is there a place in the vault that I could hide these bottles?
You can certainly try.
What role would that be? Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
So I got a 6 to hide these bottles in the bank vault.
You set them up on a shelf, and then you kind of put a drawer, a drawer that should go this way. You kind of flip it up and shove it in there, and you think that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's fine.
You
I would have
you feel that it's fine because it's pretty picked over, and you don't think that because there hasn't really been any activity around here except for those people who came up and shot at you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Can I do it 2, 2, and 2, 3 different places? I'll take the 6 on hiding them all, but just so they're not all in one place.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Also, if you guys are still leaving your camp there, all of your camping supplies is there.
Well, let's pack it up, gang. I'm gonna roll my bedroll up, but I am gonna leave an empty bottle behind, and I'm gonna smash it against the ground so that people think maybe if someone comes by, they're gonna think that someone else has already picked through what remains. And so I'm gonna leave it.
Good thinking, Gil. Good thinking.
Thank you.
But yeah, so the normal traveling gear, but leaving those in the bank just in case.
Sounds good. So, it's just after midday, and you all head out of town, head north of town, down a dusty, reddened path, and you can see it not too far away. A giant 3-story complex that goes high up into the sky with the mountains far off in the distance, and you make your way to Seepridge Prison. It takes the better part of about 15-20 minutes to walk out there, but the road is well worn, and you can see that there are 4 watchtowers outside of the prison. 2 to the front, 2 to the back. And there is a large, wired-in area with rows and rows of barbed wire at the top that reach well past 40-some feet. And you can see 2 big wooden doors with worn, weathered brass locks as you come up these stone-carved steps. Welcome to Seepridge Prison.
As we're approaching it, can I do a perception check to same thing when we first got into town, across the ramparts, and looking around, making sure we're not about to get ambushed?
Yep.
Yeah, 28.
You see very much how you found Lash. you see somebody sitting up in one of the northern tower, but there's only that one person, it seems like. But he seems to have his back towards you.
Okay. I kind of quietly let everyone know that we, like, bogey 12 o'clock or whatever o'clock it is.
Yep.
Will we stealth?
That's what I was just going to ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does anyone have a means to... Loch turns to Roots and kind of says, Roots, I know your people... the druids, not the Illuminaria. The druids move through forests and glades and all terrain relatively unseen most of the time. Do you have any? Do any of your magics allow for us to be hidden even in the open, or to pass without leaving a trace?
No.
Oh. I don't want to
No, I
bring it into the game.
I appreciate that. I like that. Thank you, Frank.
Got so many good noodle stars today.
Good noodle.
Fucking pop your ego. God.
Abby just literally stabs Frank in the face. Pop your ego, bitch.
Well,
Vibe check.
you're all having fun. You're all
I'm
doing
sorry.
good.
I apologize for harshing the vibe.
Y'all stealthing?
We went to stealth.
I'm the least stealthy.
Everyone
boy
roll a
in all
stealth
the
check.
land.
I am choosing not to stealth.
That's a 5.
I will not stealth.
I'm a big gold man. Nothing can
Because
stop
I
me.
do not see this place. I do, but I don't. You know? As a man does.
I guess since I rolled a 5, I'll just kind of walk on
Oh,
up.
no,
with
hold
Gil.
on. What did everyone get?
I got a natural 20.
Net 20. A 4.
I got a
Druzy.
big old 6.
Druzy. Okay. So y'all are just kind of saddling on up here and immediately draw the attention of the man in the watchtower.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'd like to put myself at the front of the group.
Absolutely.
By all means.
I'll be right behind him or next to him.
I just think that's wise.
You get a warning shot off to your left-hand side. And you hear the voice go, "What do you want?"
I'm gonna sort of wave my hand across, give a whistle. Shotgun. Sullivan. Here.
A little late to the party, aren't ya?
Yeah, you could say that. Listen, I am bringing these people along. They're not trying to hurt anybody. I'm just coming along to see what the news is here in town.
Alright. I might need a nut. Let the higher-ups know you're here.
As expected, do your duty.
And you see that he lifts up. You can't really see too well, but you see he lifts up something and he speaks. And then he sets it down. He goes, "Hold on."
I'm going to turn to the group while that's going on. I'm going to say, I need you to trust me in whatever happens here. This is not like the rest of town. This is not like Tan Butte. This is not like Emta. This is not like anywhere you've been. I need you to trust me in what goes on here. This is its own world.
I trust you, Gil.
I have your back.
That is, without a doubt, the most ominous thing anyone has ever said to me. But cooler heads will prevail while we're here.
Alrighty. I'm going to turn
But no,
back.
if there's anything happening to kids, though, I'm going to freak out.
To kids?
Because I will not kill a kid.
I don't know. As far as I know, there weren't any kids.
I'm gonna kiss Gil on the cheek and be like, "We'll listen to you.
Alrighty then.
I'll be good. I'll be good."
You're in the records. You're good to walk around. But the higher-ups want to talk to you if you get out by the camps.
Sure, I'll make sure to make my way over there if I get the time to. Absolutely. I understand there's been a change in command here.
For the better.
Glad to hear it.
Warden Giles can go fuck himself.
Yeah, it's about time we got some more capabilities around here. That's why I came down.
You hear that? And he just kind of turns back to his post.
All
You
right.
guys are free to walk around the prison. As far as you feel.
Nailed it.
Let's head inside.
I'm gonna stand next to Nazar and behind Gil the whole time.
Okay, marching order is Gilbert in front. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nazar.
I was gonna be next to Gilbert also. So I'll walk right behind you guys.
Alright.
Okay.
Nazar and Gilbert. Moon Shadow.
I should probably be toward the middle. I'm not very
Druzy.
drunk.
The roots will take rear.
Okay. Cool. Thank
Okay.
you.
And Loch will be, behind Druzy.
That middle piece.
Fancy Hero's good.
Is that a new one?
Yeah.
Boy! We just restocked on provisions today.
I'm getting in character.
Oh no.
My character's a drunk?
So you're gonna be drunk every session?
No. But I feel like this is an important session to be in character.
Oh yeah.
So,
Here I am. Okay, so you march right up these stone steps and you get to the double doors and you push them in. And you walk right into the foyer area, which is composed of a steel door, or like barred door, and a desk with bars in front of it that is a booth, like a teller booth. And beyond that, there's a bay window that goes out and looks over a tiny courtyard that has a sundial in the middle of it.
Is there anybody in the courtyard?
Mm-mm.
Is anyone in the booth?
Nope. And both the barred doors are open.
Oh, okay.
Well, then let's go through the left door.
Okay. You turn to the left. Do we want to take a picture of this first?
Yeah, great idea.
Let's take a picture of this first,
Hey,
folks.
Great fucking idea.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Picture sending.
Yeah. So you walk in here, and you see 8 solitary confinement cells that are sealed. The doors are open, and it's a single cot and like a hole for a toilet in the ground. It smells awful.
Of course it does.
Here,
Are there signs of that they were busted out? Like the doors are the locks are broken, or is it like somebody came in and actually unlocked all of these cells?
someone unlocked all these doors.
The prison break is used loosely.
And to your immediate left, that you know this, Gil, is the warden's office.
I'm heading right in there.
You go right on in.
This is a place I was not allowed to go to before.
There is a big cushiony red leather chair, high back chair, on wheels. A big red wood desk. A couple of lower bookshelves. A bar. And that's it.
I'm heading to the bar.
Alright.
I'm heading to the bar, making myself a drink, and I'm going to sit right in the warden's chair.
And then he's gonna take a shit in the chair.
And I'm going to put my feet up on the desk.
You kick over an inkwell and just rest.
You do not know how long I have waited to sit in this goddamn chair.
Well, I'm glad you finally got to do it, Gil. I'm gonna walk over to the bar and try and swipe one of the bottles.
They're decanters
Uh-huh.
in the various levels of being filled.
I want to take the one that's the most filled.
Okay, they're all pretty low because it seems you can probably hazard a guess that most prisoners felt like Gil here.
Yeah.
While Gil is having his moment of catharsis, I'd like to look, just kind of investigate, see if there's any information, anything useful in here.
Yeah, go ahead.
19.
There are rows and rows and rows of files on the bookshelves. And it's kind of like A through B, they're like coded like encyclopedias, but it's all files.
Okay. I guess I would take this starting with A, take one out, and assuming that they're prisoner files.
Mm-hmm. Just a brief description of each prisoner, temperaments, and reasons of why they're there, and disciplinary actions taken against them, if any.
Can I find Gills?
Don't look at Gills.
Yeah, you can find Gills. You can find Gills.
Okay, so
but he's in the room with you.
No, I know. I go through it. I pick it out. I just find the name, and I don't read anything on it, and slap it down, face down, so no text is visible. Slide it to Gil, and say, this is. All I know is that this is their record of you. I haven't looked at it. Anything that's in there is your business, not ours.
I'm gonna take it, and Lachlan, I'm gonna give you a look of silent gratitude for not looking inside. I'm gonna open it up for myself and just to see what they say.
Do you want me to say it out loud?
Yeah. I'll read it out loud.
Well, I'll read it out loud for you.
Yeah.
It's your name, the date you were brought in, the date you left. You were brought in for 2 counts. Originally for 1, but later to be found for another and held longer for it. You were brought in originally under the assault against Tim Arsonwell in Tan Butte, who was the then mayor, and he filed charges because you badly broke his collarbone and his bones in his hand. He obviously pressed charges. And since he was a big fish, you kind of ended up where you could end up. And then it was found out later, as brought to light by Arsonwell and an anonymous tip, that you had raped a young girl named Annabelle Dufresne. And then she had gone missing.
Is that it?
They said that you had only earned solitary confinement once for being involved with a fight. And you were suspected, and you were thrown in again when you were suspected of working with Josie Flint and her gang to break them out. But then you were found innocent of that. But that's it.
Upon reading it, I'm going to close it and throw it back on the desk and just... Politics. They don't get shit right.
Of course not. The people in power get to write the history.
After the arson well thing, like assaulting arson well, like that, like Loch like shrugs that off. But when he hears about the thing about Annabelle Dufresne, would I have heard anything about that? Would I have known about that?
You wouldn't have known the specifics, but you knew that Annabelle and Gilbert were very friendly with one another for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
They were kind of like, essentially like high school sweethearts, kind of.
Gil, that's... So, what is the real record? 2 weeks ago, I might have said that I had a stronger faith in our justice system, but as present circumstances show, sometimes justice is dumb. Is this second charge true?
No. No, it's not.
All right, I believe you.
You're the first person to do so.
Well, you've only been... Gil, I'll be honest, you're a drunk idiot. But you're an honorable drunk idiot. And punching some mouthy rich boy in the face, that tracks. But this other business does not. That's not.
I'm gonna pull my feet back off the desk, stand up and kind of just put the drink down and say, thank you. I'm glad to know that I have you all to back me up on that. Now let's find what we're looking for, huh?
I'm gonna raise the glass or the decanter that I had and said, yes, let's do this, Gil, for you. And I'm gonna try and take a swig.
Sure, I'll raise my glass and also pretty much finish the drink off.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Both of you.
Yes!
17.
You're fine.
Sweet deal.
I made a 14.
You suffer 2 levels of drunkenness. You feel a pleasant buzz in your head, and your passive perception drops by 5.
Good. It's now a 6.
Great.
I'm not very perceptive anyway, but I can't be surprised because of alert.
Love alert.
Yep.
That's
like that thing where like a drunk person almost falls down like 20 times in a row but doesn't.
So, you guys walk out of the office, the warden's office, and walk through the main area of solitary confinement. You know that there is the doctor's office and the barber right next door.
I'll relay that information to Lochran. The doctor's office is right up here in case you might want to check around.
Oh, I want to go there also.
Yes. Thank you. I definitely would have made that note on the walk to the prison. So is the door open? Is it closed? Is it locked?
It's closed.
Okay. Can
You can open it.
Is it ransacked in here, or is it still pretty orderly?
It's kind of ransacked a little
Okay.
bit, but not terribly so.
Are there like files like in the warden's office? Or okay.
You not in the doctor's room, but you do see another door that connects to the barber room.
Is there a desk in here?
There is like a examination table.
Okay, but other than that, there's no storage stuff. It's this kind of a exam room, not a records room.
Correct.
Okay. Can I try the other door?
You go to and it's locked.
Okay. I whistle over Gilbert. I could use some help with this door.
I want to freeze it before Gilbert gets there.
Is Sarah asleep?
Yeah,
Yep.
she is.
It's been a while.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, Sarah. I'm gonna call her.
Don't. Leave her alone. The girl worked today.
She can't be asleep.
Don't leave her alone. She can sleep for right now. It's not about her.
Okay.
That's what I
About
said.
Bill.
This is 16
A 16?
to hit the door.
Yeah, that hits.
It's only 3 damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it again.
Alright.
That's a 21.
That hits. She might have
4
called.
damage.
It's still holding.
Keep going. This is a 14.
That does not hit.
I'll try it again.
Oh my god.
What door are you trying to open?
The barbershop door. I'm just gonna come up to you and I'm just gonna be like, "What? I can probably go around and open the door."
6 damage.
Yeah, I was gonna go into the barber shop while they were in the doctor's office.
6 damage.
The door breaks finally, much like the one at the doctor's house.
I'm just gonna.
Okay, I got a little excited after my nat 20 last time. I think there's just do it. It was just not working.
And as the door kind of crumbles down a little bit, you look in, and you expect to see like a barber chair and a sink, but the chair is more of a reclining chair, and it has straps,
Yep, that's what I expected.
and there's some various surgical equipment and old blood stains on the floor.
That's fun. Can I look for a trap door?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sweeney Todd.
I just shake my head.
You've never
I mean,
been
it's elephants,
in
so it probably is Sweeney Todd.
I know, but what else would I expect?
Right.
Yeah, that is an 8.
It's a floor that is bloody and gross.
Are there any records in this room?
Yes.
Okay.
Are there black folders like the one he showed us in the town hall?
Yes.
I don't know how long this would take. Before I look at the records, what are there implements you said there were implements next to the chair?
Well, there's surgical tools.
Yeah, would looking over those with my proficiency with medicine tell me what they were doing, or is it just scalpel, bone saw, rib splitter?
That.
Okay, so nothing that would say they were doing lobotomy, so it's nothing specific.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Ice picks and a hammer.
Nope.
Okay. Are there any substances vials or
Syringes?
There are syringes, but they're empty.
okay?
Do they match the syringe I poked myself on?
Yes.
Okay.
But also to tell you this, that they're stereotypical doctor syringes.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is the doctor's office. Ostensibly the same doctor.
Yeah.
And we didn't really see syringes in the drug.
Yeah. Well, this is her
But it's
I don't know how long it would take, but I want to start kind of. Are the records organized by name or by date?
They're more these are different from the one you found. These are more like journals.
Okay.
They're not for a specific person. It's a daily journal.
Oh, that's even better. Can I guess starting kind of with the most recent one, like skim through it and like work my way backwards until I find something either incriminating or that's helpful. Like, what was this disease she was talking about? What was looking for this mention of a patient being receptive to treatment?
What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, obviously, Elvish, and Halfling.
You can't read these journals.
Back.
Can I look?
Can we show them to our friends?
Yeah, I can't read it. It's like, does anyone know, is this a language anyone recognizes? I swear to God, it's Draconic and Serious.
It's not Draconic.
Okay.
Can I look?
Yeah, you can look. What language
Yeah,
do you speak?
Alex, show it to everyone. Like, does anyone know what language this is?
Common, Elvish, and Abyssal.
I know Gnomish and Common.
What about deep speech, primordial, or Illuminari language?
You don't know it either.
Dang.
Well,
We just grab.
it might just be like a straight intelligence check. Is it a language or a cipher?
It is a language.
Okay.
It's similar to Elvish.
Okay. Can I tell how they're dated? Or is that... Or is like the dates like handwritten so I can't tell what it is?
You can see numbers.
Okay.
So you can see like year and month, or like year and date, but you don't understand the month.
I want to take... How big are they?
They're varying sizes, but most of them seem to be like a uniform. Like, have you ever seen my black sketchbooks? They're about 8.5 by 11.
Okay. I want to... How many can How many can I take and, like, it not be dumb? Can I take, like, 2 or 3?
Yeah, you can take 2 or 3, but do you want, like, most recently, or...
Yeah, like the 3 most recent ones.
Okay. Yeah, you can take about 3 of them.
Okay.
Man, she is out.
Oh. I think we're just gonna have to end the call and let her wake up with her laptop on her lap.
I just hope she remembered to, like, set her alarm.
Does she work?
She doesn't go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, she doesn't work tomorrow.
Oh.
Well, then good.
Okay, well, that's good.
You can pass the fuck out.
That might be it. The relief of knowing that. Like, I've done this
Knocks
before.
you out.
If we only had a warlock. There's that invocation where you can, like, read any language.
There's
That, or...
If you have comprehend languages, you could read it.
Are we still in the barbershop?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time we level up, I can trade one of my first level spells out for comprehend languages, because there's a couple I've never used.
Dope.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a later thing.
Awesome. You're still in this bloody ass barbershop.
Yeah, there's not another door in here?
There is a door that goes to where you guys were out.
Okay.
In solitary confinement.
Yeah, I would say, like, these are important, but if we can't understand what's written in here, we can keep going.
I'll learn it. It'll be fine. Okay. And then in a level, I will comprehend the language, and it will be fine.
So, you're back out in solitary confinement.
Are there any stairs on this level?
You know that there's a staircase that come here, and then by the cafeteria.
Where would I know the most people? Well, the cafeteria, yeah. Let's head to the cafeteria.
Now is not the time to be thinking about lunch. Oh, never mind.
Yes, it is.
Well, no, I'm just thinking that we might find some people there who might know what's going on. But yeah, you could probably find some lunch too, except the food's not that great.
Is it edible?
Yeah, it's edible, but like not.
At what cost?
You'd find better food outside than in.
That's fair.
It's fine. I've eaten worse.
Me too.
Okay, so to the cafeteria.
Yes. You find an empty cafeteria with flipped tables and chairs.
I'm gonna take a chair and gently put it upright and sit down.
Okay. You do that.
And then it
Meryl
leaves.
hasn't moved since I took a picture of the screen 20 minutes ago.
Oh.
And she had already been asleep.
Oh, baby girl.
Okay, so the cafeteria is basically just overturned furniture.
Yeah.
There's something past the cafeteria, correct?
There is a set of doors that leads out to the yard, which is the outdoor fenced-in area.
Is the weird liney bit in the corner of the cafeteria over towards what I'm assuming is the sundial? Is that like
Stairs.
stairs? Okay.
We haven't seen any cells in this prison yet.
We saw the solitary confinement, but that was it.
But not like this.
And this is 3 levels, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a kitchen, there's an outside, there's an upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm heading to the yard then if no one's in the cafeteria.
So you make your way out to the yard, and it's pretty much the way it was left. There isn't much here. It was literally just to get you guys outdoors for a little bit if you weren't out in the mines and stuff.
Yeah.
There is a box, like
the hot.
the hot box, and then the eastern side of the fence is cut away and pulled back and opened.
Is that the box?
Yes, it's a hot box.
It's
yes.
a box where they put prisoners who are rowdy. It's a punishment. You don't want to go there.
Okay.
Looks like they opened the fence. That's how the riot started, I presume.
And we haven't as we've been kind of walking through this first level, is there any sign of magical damage? Like someone cast fireball, or there was an acid splash, kind of thing.
Make an Arcana check.
Not proficient enough, but
Well, Roots is.
Roots is.
Make an Arcana check. Oh, fuck.
I did get a dirty 20.
Oh.
Well, let's have Roots roll. Roots hasn't rolled for a while.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I mean, I'll keep your dirty 20, but
That's a 7.
so you don't have. Well, this is where Nazar would be helpful.
Wake up, Jeff.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it because she's asleep. Nazar will use his detect magic, and he will pick up evocation, enchantment, and abjuration. The evocation is coming from the fence, where you can see, even though it was part of it was pulled away, it is cauterized a bit, or corroded. He also picks up abjuration magic coming from the box, and because it hasn't come up, and I keep forgetting about it, not enchantment, what is transmutation? He keeps getting transmutation magic off of something on his back.
Rug.
It's the rug. It's the rug. It's obviously the rug.
Okay. It's a giant scroll of fireball.
Badass.
It's like a person. Oh, we'll figure it out that way.
Yes.
Listen, that there's magic coming off of the box.
Yes.
Abjuration.
Are there rocks? Are there rocks on the ground?
Yeah.
Pick up a rock and hucks it at the box. Try to just hit it.
Easy enough. You hit it, and it's a metal box, and you hear it go, gong, gong, gong.
I'm gonna turn and say, "What do you think you're doing?"
There's something odd about it. There's something magical.
I've been here
Not
for a
a
long time, and I didn't know that there was something magical about the box.
I think
Perhaps it's recent.
yes, I agree with Drusilla.
I'm learning about magic. It's very exciting.
I don't know dick about magic.
I mean,
Neither do I, Gil.
You say you don't know dick. I do. It was my job for a while.
Wait.
Loch, like, goes beat around it.
Never mind.
Nosebleed. Honey? No, but, like, I'm gonna cast...
I'm gonna boot her.
No.
I'm booting her.
Okay.
Poor baby.
Good night.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Bye, Sarah.
I'm gonna cast, Detect Evil and Good on myself.
Okay.
So, I don't know if it'll be any use here, but, so, it's concentration up to 10 minutes. If I know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet, as well as where it's located. Similarly, I know if there's a place or object within 30 feet of me that has been magically consecrated or desecrated. So, I don't know if any of that applies to what is going on here, but since the things are getting magical, Loch is kind of like reaching out with his kind of budding divine senses to kind of see if there's something fucky going on.
You detect an undead.
Is it in the box?
Yes.
Okay. I like tell the group this, like Professor X, like there's something living that has no life in the box. There's something, it's alive, but it's not alive, and I don't know what that means.
Ugh.
Undead.
Yes. Well, like, I guess, like, out of character, like, is that a term that, like,
Yeah.
we would know? Like, Loch be like, sometimes there's fucking zombies.
You've seen some shit.
Okay. Okay, then yes. I would just say it's undead.
You might not be
In
the
the
most.
box.
You might not be the most worldly person, but you're not dumb.
Yeah. Hey, you're trapped in tunnels underneath the city for 10 years. You see some stuff.
You see some shit.
You fight the have I seen a dragon? No. I've seen a fucking person with a spider's ass, though.
A drider?
Very well could have.
Oh, it's in the box.
Yeah, so I mean,
So
Is
do
it
we
a zombie?
I don't know.
Is it a vampire?
So do we want to leave it in the box, or do we want to take it out and kill it?
I'd recommend leaving it in the box.
Yeah,
We're listening to Gilbert right now, trying not to get in trouble.
yeah, I'm perfectly alright with not
Let's not bother
letting it
him.
out.
You guys have no fun. Okay.
We're trying not to get kept in this prison, Moonshadow.
Are there stairs leading out of the yard?
They're in the cafeteria.
You're in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Or just outside the cafeteria.
I'm looking to find someone. I'm looking to find people I can talk to.
Yeah. And Allison, I have that like for the next 10 minutes, I have that kind of in the background if it comes up.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, after as we're kind of like in the yard, like kind of looking around, Gilbert, do you think that there's anyone left here in this prison? Why would, if the Lord came and liberated these people, why would they stay in a place that only serves as a monument to their incarceration?
Because they own it now. Because if someone was freed here and the warden was killed, yeah, most of them would go to the camp, but essentially this is a fortress.
You said you had boys here?
I knew people here on a gang, yeah.
Do you think they would have gone to the camps, or would they have stayed here?
I don't know.
Well, let's go upstairs and see if we can find anybody who can help us find his gang.
That's where I'm thinking as well.
You hike up the steps, and you were kind of in the landing area, and there are 2 rooms on either side with doorways that are clearly bathrooms, shared communal bathrooms. There are rows and rows of cells on either side, and a staircase going up. You're free to explore around.
Do I recognize this level?
You recognize it, but it's not your level.
It's not my level.
You were on the level 3.
So is this where you were kept, Gil?
No. I was kept on the level above.
Okay, let's go up there then. Is that where your boys were?
And just so you know, that this was they were very small cells, and it was 4 to a cell.
Oh, God.
Jeez.
It was terrible living conditions.
I had some boys on my level. I had some boys I shared a cell with, but some of them were down here. I don't know where they gone now, but I can check.
Yeah, I guess on the level, Loch would want to probably do a around the outside and then go up and down those 2 center hallways. Do we see anyone?
I just don't know why anyone would stay in the cell if they were going to stay here.
Yeah.
Well, where would they stay?
I don't know. They might have gone to the camp. I was just hoping that maybe someone was around that could have some security here in the compound.
Well, it looks like there's that one man at the tower.
Yeah.
He called someone who confirmed that you were in the files, but the files were in the warden's office.
Where did the warden stay? Did the warden stay on the grounds? Because if the warden stayed on the grounds, where did he sleep? Probably not in his desk.
He resided in town. Gil.
Okay.
Yeah, he lived in town. He didn't live here.
Gilbert, we can do our due diligence of going upstairs and checking around your cell in particular, just for sentimental reasons even, and then perhaps we'll have to head toward surveilling the camp.
Sure.
This sounds good to me.
Oh, I don't like it when she turns the music back on. It means something spooky is happening.
You going up. You're kind of walking around. You didn't hear anybody on the 2nd level, but it doesn't take much time, and Gil muscle memory kicks in, and you go right to your cell.
Okay. I'm just gonna stand in front of it.
The bars are wide open, it's slid open.
Yeah.
And there are 4 bunks, 2 on either side. And they're kind of wooden slats, or slabs with chains on either side, and a very poor excuse of a mattress and a pillow.
Oh.
There's some pictures put on the walls.
What are they of?
Some of your cellmates have, a couple of them have girls on the bottom of the bunk, letters from people. And you're on your bottom bunk. You have a picture of a young woman and another one of you, the woman, and a child.
I'm just gonna go inside and quickly grab it and put it away. and walk back out.
Is everything okay, Gil?
Yeah. Yeah, we're fine.
Do I believe him?
I doubt it.
I don't know. I've been rolling for shit tonight.
No.
You don't believe, probably not.
No? Okay. But I'm always here if you want to talk.
Is there anyone on this floor?
You looking?
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking around.
Yeah. Can I do, like, I don't know why I didn't on the second floor, like, do a perception check to, if I, like, hear anybody else moving around or other voices?
I think you guys can take a moment to look around. And, because they're open cells.
Okay.
And on the western side of that floor, there is one person here. He's an older man. He is sitting on his cot with a cane, still in a prisoner's uniform. You only know him as like Lear and Joe.
Lear and Joe. I'm just gonna. Are the doors closed? Open. I'm just gonna step. I'm not gonna go any farther than the threshold. And I'm just gonna lightly rap on the bars.
Who's there?
Hey, Joe. It's Shotgun.
Shotgun. Who the fuck is Shotgun?
Gilbert. Sullivan.
Sullivan. You've been out for a while.
Yeah. It's been a while.
And as you're talking to him, you can notice that he's not directly looking at you, but he's more listening. What the fuck you doing here?
Heard there was a change of command here.
That was noisy as fuck.
Thought I'd check it out for myself, see what's going around.
Some guy calling himself a lord. Longfellow. Sound like a real prick.
Heard about him. Any of the old gangs still around?
The moment they found out that the prison was open, they were long gone.
I don't blame them.
Heard they went off to find Flint and her gang. God knows what they're up to. Too afraid to go into town, though.
I don't blame them.
Been here too long.
Why didn't you leave?
Like I said, too afraid to. Been here for like 40 years. Kind of just got accustomed to this place.
Yeah.
Might as well go down captain with a ship. I was one of the first prisoners here.
Yeah, I remember.
That back my day used to be about respect. All these young ruffians coming in, just destroying the place.
Heard there was something about the Beaconeers joining in.
Bullshit. You know, Joe is a half-elven man.
Mm-hmm.
So he is much older.
Yeah. Well, Joe, you want to a drink?
Yeah.
I'll offer him my bottle.
He, like, reaches out, and it's now you realize he's blind.
I'll kind of help him along and make sure he's got it.
He takes it, and he kind of is shaky, kind of old hand. And he nods to you, and then downs half of it. Fuck.
Is he an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead?
No, he is an old half-elven man, much like yourself.
From the future.
Yeah, I wouldn't stay in the prison too long if I were you.
Lord's at his camp, eh? That's what I hear.
Probably. I don't know, I've never been.
Is he the one who freed the prisoners?
Yeah, I made some big spectacle out of it. Saying how he was liberating us, how our time was being wasted by the government, how we had much more to offer. But most of these boys are just thugs. Nothing special. He's just looking for ruffians.
We're heading there once the sun goes down. We're heading that way to see what's going on.
He's searching in the mines for something.
Oh, shit.
What's he looking
I
for?
will write down.
I don't know. He asked if those who wanted to repay the debt of their liberation, they were free to stay and become part of the Beaconeers. He was searching for something. I don't quite remember what.
Shit. I'm gonna turn back to the group and I'm gonna, like, pat my back pocket.
Mm-hmm. Proud of us that we all got.
And I'm gonna sort of nod and say, thank you, Joe. I think you've earned more than just your freedom here.
Yeah. I'd rather die here.
Well, if I'd say the world's a scary place, but it's better than here.
Yeah. I lived a lifetime before this place. I've seen my fill. But thanks for stopping by, Gil.
No problem, Joe. I'll nod my head and push my way back through.
Before, like, we leave, I, like, lean over and, like, up to, like the gap, like, the door frame's like, excuse me, Joe, was it? Do you have any idea what is in the box out in the yard?
Not sure. They only put people... I'm sure Gil's told you. It's a hot box. They put unnecessarily violent types out there if they're acting up.
Did the Lord put anyone in there, or was anyone left in there after everybody was liberated?
Yeah, there's some hoo-ha about a guy that bit somebody, but I'm not too sure about it, honestly. I kind of kept to myself, because the other older guys that got out into the rough of it probably died, and they just tossed their bodies to the side. Man, I'd rather have kept my life.
Thank you. That honestly, that helps more than you know.
Yeah, half elf.
Yes. Last time I checked.
Where are you from?
I was born in Tanbuse.
You don't smell right.
How should I smell?
Not like that.
What?
And
What?
he drinks more from the bottle.
Okay. How do I smell to you?
Like dirt.
And what should a half elf smell like? What scent am I aiming for?
I don't know. You don't smell like me. You don't smell anything like the half-elves I've come across. You reek of something else.
That I honestly don't know how to respond, but still thank you for that information about what's in the box.
Is the warden's office open?
Yes, it is.
Good to know. Maybe sit my ass in that chair. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, we're out.
An old man be alone with his thoughts. Get the fuck out.
Probably head back down to the yard.
Back to the yard.
Does the box have any windows in it?
No.
Okay.
The only thing it does have is there's like a thin, very thin under opening, like in the dirt, like something's been trying to dig out.
Like, can I look through that to see, like, try and see what's in there?
Sure. You gotta get really close to it, though.
Do you need me to roll anything, Al?
You look underneath. You go up to the hot box.
Mm-hmm.
And you peek your eye underneath. And you can see what looks like feet.
Uh-huh.
And, like, the shoe seems really worn away.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not moving. But you can only kind of see, like, this much.
Okay.
And from the angle you're at, you can't see anything.
Is it, like, a human foot? Or...
Humanoid.
Okay. I mean, like, it's not covered in fur like a tabaxi or...
No.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
We were in the yard when Nazar did detect magic, and Nazar did not detect any necromancy magic, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I detected an undead
Right.
in the box, and I would have, and I communicated that to Moonshaddow. I don't know if that, I doubt that would impact you looking, but so now you know.
We could always try talking to it.
To a zombie?
It might not be a zombie. It might be something else undead.
Like a white.
Sure.
It's also terribly appealing.
Well, if it's...
Last time I saw a white, it tried to put a sword through my stomach.
I mean, we can talk to it through the door. We don't have to, like, open the door. I can see a crack, so sound can go through.
I mean, I don't see the... Well, I can see plenty of harm in it, but for the moment...
Hello? Can you hear us? Can you talk?
Huh?
Hello? Do you speak a language? And then I try all 3 languages I know. What?
Jerry?
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 Yes, Jerry? Is that your name?
And you hear, like, a foot kind of, like, slide across the dirt in there.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry.
Yes.
And it hits the door, and you can hear something go.
Gil, does this sound familiar to you?
it was a prison long before you went to it and long after you left it. There probably was a Jerry. Maybe somebody you didn't know personally.
Maybe. I didn't know anyone really named Jerry, but it's worth a shot.
Okay.
Although I don't know, I don't like the sound of what's coming out of that cell, so I don't think we should probably open.
Yeah, it's Moonshadow. There's
Open.
There's only one of him, and 5
No.
Well, what I know of the hot box is whoever's in it is incredibly weak and frail. But if Lochran...
He's also, and I mean this in the most literal way, is already dead.
Right, which is why I'm saying perhaps it's not... Perhaps it's not imperative that we open the door.
Moonshadow, this is not abiding by Gilbert's very clear directive to not cause a scene. If we open the box and let out whatever undead is inside, that's in direct violation. It seems very simple.
Yes, but in order for there to be a scene, there needs to be an audience. You should know this. You were an actor.
Doesn't mean it's not a scene. That's what rehearsals are for. Don't try and play semantics with me. The scene exists even when no one's there to see it.
And according to this medical file, somebody was becoming erratic. There's something is happening here that we don't have all the information about.
And you hear gong, gong, and just
That
over and over.
Is not a person anymore. It's a walking disease. And as a doctor, I cannot permit us in any way to let more let disease or plague into this world. I am a doctor, damn it, not a miracle worker. I can't bring anything back to life for 7 or 8 levels.
Let me out. Please.
He asked, please. He seems coherent.
And a dog can beg. Doesn't mean it won't bite you.
That is a relevant piece of information. Clearing Joe said somebody bit somebody, and I am not looking to contract any strange diseases from undead people who are in boxes, in prisons, that are otherwise empty.
Okay, so then do you want to go to the camps now?
When it's dark, yes.
Al, what time is it?
It's probably pushing 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Because you spent a great deal of time in town
Mm-hmm.
dealing with stuff, then coming to the prison and pretty thoroughly looking around. So it's probably closer to 5:30 actually.
So when we were up on the 3rd level, would we have been able to see the camps?
No.
Out any windows? Okay.
No windows.
Ah, good. This place fucking sucks.
Yeah, I guess it does.
How long until it's properly dark?
A couple more hours.
Okay. So I guess Lochran would suggest if we can go back to town. There were some things in the doctor's office that I found that may shed some sort of light on our friend Jerry's condition. I'm not saying that we abandon this poor soul to its undead fate. I'm saying that we need more information. Information is the greatest weapon in any war, whether it be against people or a disease.
Yes, I understand this, and I approve. Let's do this. While you go and you look at the doctor's office, I'm going to stay a safe distance away from the camp, and I just want to watch, if they have a patrol shift or whatever going on. Just kind of stake it out a little bit from a safe distance.
Has anybody taken damage today?
Nazar did, but like
2 points of damage.
A little bit,
negligible damage.
Because, I mean, we could take a short rest probably in the time that we have between now and dark, but if nobody needs it, then we won't.
Really, I'm just wanting to study that stuff that we found and then wait for it to be like bump, bump, ba-da-dum time.
Yeah.
Okay. We can fast track that. I need you to make, it's a medicine check with your alchemist supplies. So I'll say you get back to the vault and you have your stuff.
Okay, so the medicine check, so it's going to be a 17. Or no, 18.
It seems to be, so number one, during this process you expend half of one of those vials, or those beakers. But it seems to be a serum of some sort. It does have dead antibodies in it, but it seems like while there are some dead, there are still some alive too, and they're mutating. Whatever the serum is unfinished.
Is there any way to like see what was in that syringe at all, or is it like it's been plunged out, it's used, but there's nothing
I mean,
I can identify?
you could look it over. That would be a separate medicine check, though.
Okay. 25.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Mhm.
You do notice that this is a different substance. It seems to be one that you're familiar with is like a morphine.
Okay. And then all of the vials that I took out of the doctor's office are identical, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what this, because I wouldn't be able to tell a disease from looking at the cells.
Correct.
I don't have an electron microscope.
Yeah.
So.
It's Western times. This is even pretty advanced because of magic.
Yeah. And does this doesn't look like anything that I've seen before, like the concoction, like this weird blue.
It's very new to you.
You said the zombies that we fought last time, did you say they were blue or were they just regular zombies?
Blue.
Okay. Do I need to roll to put that together, or? Okay.
No.
So.
This is a grayish blue thing.
Yeah.
They were grayish blue.
Yeah. There's a white with them, but I don't know what that would mean. That's still.
The white was blue also, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is, and like as I guess we're like all there, I'm like, science.
Red threads.
Yeah, no red thread, just an old man and his Bunsen burner. And so I guess I
that's what they
say
said about
like,
Walter White.
like say that to, I would have been like talking all of this out like to the group as I'm doing this. Like, this is some sort of serum, I'm assuming, to fight this undead disease. The zombies that we fought the other day, and the white as well, were this odd blue color that the Moonshadow would Moonshadow have seen, like, if this guy was like any of this guy's skin in the box?
Yeah, but it was dusty red.
Okay, just from being okay, so that's different. But there's something I had heard tell of some sort of new disease that was making its way through the territory, but looks like Dr. Hayfield was researching, trying to find a cure, and I hope wasn't actively giving it to prisoners, but it looks like our unfortunate friend Jerry was perhaps being used to test this potential cure.
He was patient 0.
It's either 0 or close enough here at the prison, but my only concern is that Joe had said that he had bit someone, and that's never great when there's some sort of new germ in the air.
Yes, especially in a prison where it can spread so fast.
Yes, this is getting curiouser and curiouser and no less foreboding.
Do you want to go kill someone?
I mean, not really. That's not cathartic, and do you think is that how you relax?
Nazar's like, yes.
With murder?
If it's as bad in person, yes. If it's Longfellow, yes.
It's not cathartic to me. It's just a thing to check off the list that I know how to do.
We need.
That's fair. It's always good. It's always good to feel like you're in control of your surroundings. And accomplishing something is always a good way to make unresolved tensions less.
What's the doctorate again?
Mystical studies.
Mystical studies.
No, I'm a real scientist, unlike your new friend, the professor.
Hey, he gave me this great ass snake oil. It's fine. It works.
Literal snake oil. And we'll pick up next session with heading to Camp Longfellow.
Nice.
Good idea.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to check us out on all your favorite social media platforms at Ghostlight Dice. Special thanks to John Claudy for our theme, Wide Open Chaparral.